Oh my gosh, this is going to be the first time I've tried to go live in a while, maybe 3 weeks ish. So I'm praying that all goes well and that you guys can hear me. If you're watching this, even if it's the replay, would you comment below and let me know that it's coming through? I am super excited about the fall catalog and all of the hype that our teams are experiencing right now because of all the new products and the kids are back in school, and so for the most part, and so I think it's given everybody a new kind of just focus. I hope that you're experiencing that in your own personal business as well, because summer is hard, and probably even more so because of the kind of world that we're living in right now. So anyway, I'm going to jump to my thought in preparation and in prayer that this thing actually lets me finish. So stop letting your people get away with saying this. It's too expensive to do scentsy. I rarely get my panties in a wad about stuff, but I get my panties in a wad when I hear someone say it's too expensive to do Scentsy, or the reason I'm canceling, or the reason I didn't work my business is because I couldn't afford it. Guys, that tells me that the person that says that was not properly trained, and or they are lazy. Here's what I mean about that. I mean that if you are willing to work your business, if a person is willing to work their business and they are patient and consistent, I don't feel like that you have to put a dime of your family money into Scentsy to make it work. And here's why I say that is, other than the join kit, um, because I get that not everybody does the host exclusive kit, but I could not afford to put a dime of family money into Scentsy. I was so bad off financially that, you know what my samples were made from? My samples were made from the wax that I used at parties and at events. Yeah, used wax. Makes the greatest samples ever. All they've got to do is smell it. I didn't claim that it was going to last 8 hours. It was just a small sample that they could smell, sorry. I used my samples from old wax that I had used at parties because I couldn't afford to have my cake and eat it too. I would get a new bar in and want to use it so bad myself, but I didn't because I looked at it and back then it was $5. Do I have a piece of apple in my lip? Oh, that would be funny. I don't think I do. I looked at that bar and back then it was $5. And every time I would look at a bar and I would be like, man, I want to use this. But I looked at it as a $5 bill. I did. And that $5 bill could have gotten back then gas was high back then, and so was milk. So I was constantly just reevaluating my wants and my desires based on the needs of my business. And I didn't pour family money into Scentsy, not even a dime. When I wanted to get or needed to get a printer, I did a fundraiser with my customers, and I let them know that I was raising money and 100% of the profit from that fundraiser was going to buy me a printer so that I could be a better consultant for them. If I needed to buy a transition tester kit, I got into my customer base and let them know that I was doing a fundraiser for business supplies and that 100% of the profit of their order was going to go to help me be a better consultant for them. Every single time I got creative, I did fundraisers. My son sold testers, old testers. We sold them four for $1. Back then they were substantially smaller than what they are now. Um, I sold him four for $1. He sold them. That was his job. At first, he needed new golf clubs, so I let him take all the profit. But then after that, I gave him a commission to teach him how to work. And because I couldn't afford to give him the 100% profit, I reinvested that money into envelopes, business cards, things that I needed for my business. but couldn't afford to buy outright from my paycheck, I got with my CPA about things that I could do. I hired good CPAs. Yes, money out of my paycheck, but so worth it. I got with CPAs that could help me figure out better ways to invest my money so that I could make a profit, reinvest into my business for future growth, but be smart with my money because I had to make every dime count. And guys, it's not rocket science. We have free and half price things that we can resell. Even your kit, I sold my kit. I didn't use my kit. Um, I sold my kit to make my $100 back and had my money sitting back in my, well, I used a credit card and then repaid my credit card before the bill was due so that I wouldn't have interest. Every step of this journey has been me going, I think they call it, help me with this, but do they call it a positive cash flow? Yeah. 100% of my journey has been a positive cash flow. If I am going on a trip, now it's a little bit different because, of course, my paycheck's completely different. But back then, I didn't go to my first family reunion. I couldn't afford the flight. Could not. So sad. It was in Salt Lake City, by the way. Missed it. Shine in '09. I didn't go. Go look. I wasn't there because I couldn't afford it. And I could not take family finances to pay for my scentsy business. I was not able to. So when I teach my new consultants how to run their business, I tell them exactly how they should do it. And every now and then I'll get a lazy son of a gun on my team that hasn't showed up for trainings and hasn't participated to know how to do this, or either they've been told but they will not, they're instant gratification driven and they're not willing to be patient. It's hard. It's so easy to just put that money on a credit card and buy what you need. But guys, if you teach your teams how to do this right, I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of cancellations because they can't afford to sell Scentsy. I don't think you're going to have a lot of people getting out or being hobbyists because they say it's too expensive to sell Scentsy. No, you have to teach them. We have to teach them how to do this in a positive cash flow and then expect excellence. Expect them to step it up. Expect them to actually do it right and hold them to it. There's no reason that someone should pay out of their family's finances for anything. That whole saying, you have to spend money to make money, that does not apply to us. It does not. Now, it applies to us if we're lazy or uneducated about how to run this business in a positive cash flow. But guys, that whole saying you've got to spend money to make money, no. No. I'm not a multi six-figure earner now because I spent money to make money. No. Now, am I able to pay cash and drop cash for things that I want now? Yeah, sure. But it's because I started doing it right whenever my business was small, and I I can't help but train my team to do the same because I never ever want them to look at someone else when their neighbor asks them, "Oh, don't you sell Scentsy anymore?" or "Why'd you get out of Scentsy?" or this and that. And I never ever want someone to say, "Oh, I couldn't afford it." What? Oh gosh. Okay, I'm on a soapbox. I'm gonna hop off of here. I hope that this helps. Go back to your teams. Help them understand how to do it right. Okay? It's going to make all the difference in the world, and then they're going to pass that down to their teams, and you're going to have satisfied, successful, and super happy downline. And their husbands are going to be happy. Okay, hold on, that's something. Their husbands are going to be happy. Their families are going to be happy. Their spouse isn't going to be like, "Oh, you're spending too much money in Scentsy. Go check the bank account, bud. There's not any Scentsy money, family money going for Scentsy. I got all this for free or half price." You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have happy everything. Just trust me. All right. Love you guys.